It has been a hot minute since I've last posted a studio vlog, and the reason behind that, I kind of mentioned it in a previous video. I was just kind of getting into a weird headspace with studio vlogs of, I guess, feeling the need to record any interesting things that happened, whether it be like work related or personal life related, art related, like whatever it was. I felt like I had to record it because it'd be interesting content for a studio vlog. So I did step away from doing studio vlog stuff for a bit. It also overlapped with the time frame at which I was taking a break from my most recent shop update, but I knew I had a lot of work to do when it came to my most recent actual shop update that I haven't even mentioned in YouTube videos yet. So I figured I would kind of bring you guys along for the process with that. I needed to make stickers, I needed to make some prints, I needed to sort and organize originals, and just like a bunch of miscellaneous tasks because I did have a shop update. Like I said, I haven't mentioned it at all in a YouTube video. I've been a little MIA because, all things considered, I put this shop update together in a very small time frame. I knew it was going to happen, I just didn't put early time into it. It was really just cramming it all in at the last minute, and not in a bad way by any means, because this is the smallest shop update I've done. I've only had technically, I guess, one other shop update. I had my store launch, my first shop update, which was back in May, and then the shop update I had very, very recently. My most recent one was August 24th, and by far, this one had so much less stuff than my last shop update. I really went above and beyond with my most recent shop update prior to this one. I did not have to by any means, but I was just really excited about having the opportunity to make so many different prints and stickers and whatever else it may be for that shop update. So for that one, I don't remember the exact number, but I know I had 20-ish new sticker designs, a bunch of new print designs. There's just so much stuff going on. And really, for this shop update, I kind of mentioned it to my patrons, I just wanted it to really be centered around selling original art, which is absolutely what it is. That's really the biggest thing in it, aside from a product that you guys probably have seen, which is sticky notes. I was so insanely excited, and honestly, I'm still super pumped about the sticky notes, but we'll talk more about those later because I show unboxing and all that fun stuff. But this shop update was definitely centered around originals. I wanted to purge some old originals I had, some kind of more recent originals I had, and whatever else small thing I wanted to throw in the shop update. So I went ahead and I scanned in all of my little circle Genshin Impact character portrait paintings that I've done. I knew I wanted to sell the originals for those because really I didn't need them. I kept 2 of my favorites and I was completely okay with selling the rest of them, but I did want to scan in the artwork, so I had the digital file, and I thought these would be so cute as stickers because so many people were excited about me doing all these Genshin portraits, and especially since I was selling the original, only one person would be able to get that, and I wanted more people to be able to get the little artwork of these, and I decided to go ahead and do stickers instead of prints because I didn't really have a great way to turn little circle paintings into little circle prints. I'm sure I could get them outsourced elsewhere, but just because I had so many different designs, I didn't want to get all of those designs into prints and have so much stock and all that. So I made these really cute little 2-inch stickers, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. They look so cute all together, and that is pretty much I think these were all the stickers that I had in my shop update. It was just Genshin stickers. And then I had one print design, and that's pretty much it as far as the products that I already have in my shop. I just had Genshin stickers and one new print design for my shop update. The thing I worked on after that was far more exciting in my eyes, at the very least. I've been holding on to all of my misprint stickers and prints, and I knew I wanted to eventually turn them into little misprint packs where it's a discounted rate. You get a handful of random either stickers or prints or maybe both, and I've always kind of pushed it off because I'm I don't really feel like I have that much, but I had so many misprints of stickers especially, but honestly I also had a lot of prints, and for the most part when it comes to these sticker misprints and actual prints, they're really not like hugely defective. Very, 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 very few of them are. I would say probably like 5 to 10% of the stickers I have I would consider to be like C grade. Really, like the majority of them are just like maybe they have a tiny scratch in the ink, or I was playing around with what size I wanted the actual physical sticker to be. So these are just size options that I don't have listed in my shop. Or like for the prints especially, a lot of it was color testing stuff. So I had a lot of Patreon misprints, and that was included in the print packs that I threw together. But I was really happy to put these together, and I made like little cute circle labels for the actual packaging, which was a surprising amount of fun. So it was just really fun to throw these together, and as of the time being, I still do have a ton of these in my shop. So if you guys are interested, and if you're interested in anything else, I always have a link to my shop in the description box below, and you can find pretty much everything in this video down below. So like I mentioned, this was a pretty small shop update. It was really centered around the originals, and I didn't intend on having like too much of anything else, because last time I really went hard for that shop update, and I think I was still mentally recovering up until very recently. So I was like, I just want to get some originals out of here, and then I can turn those funds into things that I can put towards other products from my shop. But very, very last minute and very impulsively, I decided I needed to do sticky notes. I wanted to make my own custom sticky notes so badly, and it really stemmed from like, I follow the Fruits Basket tag on eBay because I love Fruits Basket merch. I love Fruits Basket as a whole. It's my absolute favorite series. It means so much to me, and yeah, I really like Fruits Basket merch. And I noticed that someone was selling like Fruits Basket sticky notes, and they were so insanely cute. I don't think, even if I got them, mind you, I don't think I would have used them as sticky notes because I would have felt bad about actually using them. But I really wanted them, and they were really, really expensive. And then I got the big brain idea that I could make my own sticky notes, which is something that I never even considered before. And upon like looking into it, I was kind of going back and forth between the idea of, do I want to make sticky notes or do I want to make notepads? Because definitely I feel like notepads, they're bigger, so they have more room for artwork. So in that sense, it would be better. But like looking at the pricing, it was something crazy, like twice as much to do notepads as it would be to do sticky notes. So I was like, well, I don't really want to like sell them for a ton of money because no one's going to buy them. And like, I don't want to have to drop like over $200 to make a couple of designs of notepads. So I did a poll on my Instagram just to get a kind of feel about what you guys thought about it, if you prefer sticky notes or if you prefer notepads, and it was very, very close to a 50-50. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do sticky notes, because why wouldn't I just do sticky notes at that rate? They were just so much cheaper to manufacture, and that means I was able to sell them for a lot cheaper than I would be able to notepads, at least through where I was going through, which was Vistaprint. But I'm really, really happy with how the sticky notes turned out. I knew I wanted to do a Fruits Basket design, and I thought it would be fun to do something else. So I just reused the artwork that I use on my thank you card that I send out with all shop orders, the ones with my cats. I reused that artwork and I turned it into sticky notes, and they turned out so insanely cute. I'm like beyond happy with them. I'm very happy with how many I've sold in the time frame at which my shop has been up. My shop update has actually, as of the time of me recording this voiceover, not even been up for a day and a half. So it hasn't even been that long, but I've sold like probably half of my stock of sticky notes, which is absolutely insane. I didn't order a ton, I got 30 of each, but I was just like, I don't know, really didn't know what to expect from something like that, especially since it's so different from the other things that I offer on my shop. Like, it's really not super far off because it still is stationary, but it's just very different from the stuff that I make, because most of the stuff in my shop is stuff that I made at home. Like, it's all produced at home. I don't outsource it anywhere. So sticky notes was definitely something very different, but I'm so happy with how they did. Like, I'm very excited because I would love to make so many more sticky note designs, or maybe find like a way cheaper manufacturer for notepads and do stuff like that. And this definitely gives me a lot more confidence to venture out, I guess, when it comes to the actual products that I'm offering in my shop, because definitely of course I want to. It's just like, you never know how it's gonna go. Are you gonna lose money on it in the long run? Is things gonna sell? Like, will you even make your initial payment of the products back? Like, I don't know, little things like that. It's always like, and especially when you're outsourcing stuff, like, it tends to be a good chunk of money that you have to put down to actually get the things made. But I'm very happy that this went well, because there's so many other, especially like stationery stuff that I'd love to do, like custom washi tapes or custom notepads or whatever else it may be. This was very nice to kind of dip my toes into something that wasn't just like stickers to put on notebooks or whatever it may be, or prints to hang up. It was sticky notes, and I had so much fun with these. I'm very excited to do more outsourced stuff in the future. I think probably the next thing I want to try and do is washi tape. I don't know if that'll be something in my next shop update or if I'll wait a while on this. It really just depends. I guess I'll try to look into manufacturers, but as of the time being, I don't think I'll do another shop update for a couple of months. I think spacing them out, at least for the time being, I've been kind of doing it every 2 to 3-ish months, I think. I think that's a very good pace for me. Like, I would like to say, like, at least once every 6 months is a good pace for me for shop updates. And as of the time being, I haven't been closing my shop between updates. I've just been doing an update, and then when I'm getting close to another, I close my shop for about a week or so, just so I can list everything and, like, kind of keep track of inventory and whatever else I need to check up on. But it's been really good so far. And then next month is actually my 6 months already of me having my online store up, which 6 months feels like a lot of time, but also like a little bit of time at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but it both feels like forever ago that I opened my online store, but also not that much time has passed since then. It's a little bit weird of mixed feelings, but really been wanting to do kind of a series of at least my personal experience with opening a shop, because I have gotten so many questions from you guys, whether it be about choosing like what site to sell your products on, or like manufacturers, or when do you know to make a shop, and just so many questions from you guys. And I think it would be super beneficial to make a series about my personal experience with a shop. So I know I'm going to split it up into several episodes, because I really don't think I'd be able to cram it all in. Like, there's so many different topics that could be their own individual 20-minute long segment, whether that be like shipping, ranging from like shipping supplies to the process of shipping to like the site I use to buy my labels. There's just so many things. And then there's also like actually selling your art, finding a website to host your stuff on, like pros and cons of different sites, especially since there's always such a big struggle between choosing when you have so many big contenders. Like, you have Etsy, you have Shopify, you have like Big Cartel, which is what I use. There's so many out there where you can sell your products. And of course, when you're beginning at doing this stuff, there's so many questions. Like, it's just really hard. So I want to do a series probably within the next couple of months. I'll start and maybe finish. We'll see how organized I can be about it. But I know I'm going to be asking questions both on my community tab here on YouTube as well as my Instagram, just so I can really be thorough with my videos and answer any questions you guys might have. So if you have any questions, just keep a lookout for those, because that'll probably be something I start working on within the next couple of weeks here. I'm very excited to do that series, because there's so many subjects I really want to go into depth about when it comes to like how much money I've made, because I'm completely comfortable sharing that information. I know that's very taboo to a lot of people, but I feel like it's really nice to know like what someone else is making in a field that you hope to get in, or like especially when it comes to an online store. Like, I know Arlie being here on YouTube has made a video where she goes in depth talking about her earnings on like all of her different platforms. So Patreon, YouTube, Skillshare, whatever else there is for it. And I found that video to be like super educational and helpful, because you always look at someone's subscriber count or their follower count and you assume they're making a ton of money, but that's not like really the reality, especially for artists when you're very based off of your own work, your own store, you're operating things mostly on your own. A lot of the times that is not the case, but it's very helpful to just kind of know and understand what money other people are making from something like this. So I definitely know I want to talk about earnings and like all that kind of money stuff in a part of the series, so we will definitely get there when we get there. And then when I was actually packing the orders for the shop update, it was a little bit of a mess. It wasn't too bad. It was just a little bit of a mess. This was my first time shipping out, first and foremost, anything that was really thick. So I kind of had to finagle with that to get them inside of my rigid mailers. And then on top of that, this was my first time shipping out original artwork in a sense that I was selling it, because I've sent out original artwork to friends for like art trades and just sending my friends art and stuff like that. And it's always been like yeah, of course I don't want it to get damaged, but like there are no repercussions to myself if this gets damaged. So I wanted to really make sure that the originals were safe in their packaging and nothing would happen to them. And personally, for me, I really want to, if I can, and I don't see why I cannot, but I really want to keep all of my store packaging to be completely plastic free. I know that might change in the future. I don't know, we'll see. But for the time being, I want to keep it really plastic free. So I opted out of using plastic bags for my originals. I know they're really beneficial in keeping water away, but instead I decided to use glassine sheets. And initially, I actually did not intend to use sheets. I tried to use glassine bags. I thought I had purchased 12 by 12 glassine bags, but it turned out they were 12 by 12 glassine sheets. So that's a lesson called actually read what Amazon listings are called instead of hoping it's what you searched for. It wasn't really that big of a deal. I was able to like tape the originals and make it work, and I hope that's enough water protection for them if by any horrible turn of events that they get touched by water and it goes through the mailer, and hopefully the glassine bags will save them because they are water repellent, which is really nice because they have like a waxy coating. That's what I use to package pretty much all of my shop orders. I tuck them in a little glassine baggie, and so far so good, nothing bad has happened. So sending off these originals was a little bit stressful in that sense because I was just like, oh gosh, I gotta make sure they're really nicely wrapped. I have to make sure that they have extra cardboard in the packaging so nothing bends, and it was just a whole thing. I've never packed originals before, so it was a little bit of a messy process on my end because I was having a day with it. And then I also ran out of the actual tissue paper, the like pink tissue paper I used to wrap all my orders, so I switched over to a different one, and I don't know why, but I was having the hardest time folding that tissue paper for my orders, so that was also a little bit of a mess, but it worked out in the end. I'm very grateful that I have so much tissue paper at home. I don't know about you guys, but like I had a period of time where anytime I saw tissue paper at the store that was like reasonably priced and it was cute, I would buy it because I'm like, of course I'll use this tissue paper in the future. I send gifts to people, I give gifts to people, I'm going to use this tissue paper. So now I just have a pretty decent sized stash of tissue paper, but I mean, I guess I was going to say, I guess you can never have too much, but that's probably very not true. At least I can say I am grateful for the amount of tissue paper I have, because I definitely have backup, and that's not a bad thing at all. But huge thank you to anyone who bought anything for my shop update. I am so honored that people are buying originals. Like, I don't know, that's so cool. Like, I've never sold original art before, so it's really cool that that's going to be going out into the world, and a handful of you guys will get your hands on my original artwork. So that's super cool. Thank you so much, no matter what you purchased. If you've ever bought anything from my shop, thank you so much. It's been a very, thankfully not bad 6 months of having my store open. Nothing catastrophic has happened, and I'm really hoping in saying that I don't jinx it and bad things happen, but it's been really smooth sailing, and I've learned so much, and I've been able to do so much. Like, every time I have a shop update, I am blown away by what it does. Absolutely blown away. So thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for watching my videos too, because without YouTube, I never would have gotten to the point that I'm at. Like, it's really crazy to think about. Just a few years ago, I had like a couple hundred subscribers, and now here I am. Like, that's insane. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. I'm going to try and post a video every other week, but we'll see how that goes. I've been very focused on my shop stuff lately though, so that definitely took away from me making a video for the past couple of weeks, but all is good now. We are toned down. I'm not in like go-go mode, so hopefully a video every other week. That's my goal. I think I can do it. I think that's manageable. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.